The OnePlus 3T is a relatively light revision of the impressive OnePlus 3. It brings the phone right up to date, putting it head-to-head with the Google Pixel. A Google Pixel XL will cost you $770, but the OnePlus 3T is $440. That's a massive savings, and although OnePlus bumped the price of the 3T up by $40 over the OnePlus 3's $400 price tag, it's still way cheaper than the Galaxy S7, the LG G5, or any other big brand flagship Android phone on sale today. The insanely low price is weird enough to make you wonder, is this phone that cheap because it's terrible? The OnePlus 3 was the best phone OnePlus had made, and one we highly recommended. Can a revision that adds newer hardware to a winning package do anything other than improve on the original? We've been finding out. Stunning minimalistic design. Put the OnePlus 3 next to the OnePlus 3T, and unless you are familiar with the colors, the OnePlus 3T ditches silver for a stylish gunmetal finish. It's absolutely impossible to tell them apart. They're so alike, if they moved in together, it would be into a pod. There was no sense in changing the OnePlus 3's design after just 6 months, because it was gorgeous to start with. The OnePlus 3T replaces the sandpaper-like body of the old OnePlus 2 for smooth metal, and the overall design has a level of minimalism that makes us almost weep with joy. There's a solitary OnePlus logo stamped on the back, bookended by iPhone and HTC-like antenna breaks, and a slightly raised camera lens. That's it. It's a real beauty. Pick it up, and the sides are subtly curved and completely smooth. It fits in your palm extremely well. We hold our phones many times during the day, and comfort is very important. However, since the OnePlus 3 made its debut, in-hand comfort has been taken to the next level by phones such as the ZTE Accent 7 and the Huawei Nova. The OnePlus 3T can't quite match the thought and effort that went into shaping the Accent 7's body in particular. It's not like it's covered in thorns, but the game has definitely moved on from the somewhat wider than the LG G5 and a millimeter or so longer. It's even thinner, too, and weighs 158 grams, which is nearly the same as the G5 and S7. If you swooned at the sight of the OnePlus 3, then the 3T will make you weak at the knees, too. As for us, it's so pretty, we've had to pick ourselves up off the floor a few times. A pane of curved 2.5D Gorilla Glass 4 covers the screen, completing the slickly modern design. It's punctuated only by the fingerprint sensor, which doubles as the home button. On the side of the body, the notification alert slider makes a welcome return. The two-stage switch lets you selectively mute alerts, based on importance. It's a time saver, and the switch itself has a cool knurled pattern for grip. Its placement at the top left of the device is a little odd, but only if you're right-handed. The fingerprint sensor always recognized my print with astonishing speed, and there's NFC in the OnePlus 3T, so the phone supports Android Pay. Mobile payments are hit or miss, but Android Pay's problems are hardly unique to the 3T. The OnePlus 3T has a 5.5-inch optic AMOLED screen with a 1920 by 1080 pixel resolution. What's optic AMOLED? According to OnePlus CEO Carl Pei, the Samsung-supplied screens feature a dual polarizing layer that's tuned for improved color temperature and contrast. On the OnePlus 3, it was always a pain to tune using the basic controls, but that's changed on the OnePlus 3T. Out of the box, it looks amazing, and the true whites really shine through in a way that was difficult to achieve on the 3. If it's too stark, under a screen calibration setting, there's an eye-pleasing sRGB option, and a custom setting with a warm to cool slider. Don't for one second think the 1080p resolution holds the OnePlus 3T back. It's stunning, and further proof a 2560 by 1440 pixel resolution isn't really essential on a smartphone. Camera software gets a boost. It's the same 16-megapixel camera on the OnePlus 3T that was found on the OnePlus 3. It has an f/2.0 aperture, optical image stabilization, HDR, and a 1.28-inch sensor. However, OnePlus has tweaked the software. The ultra-high contrast images taken with the OnePlus 3 have been toned down ever so slightly, so the OnePlus 3T takes pictures that are more natural, but still pleasingly vivid. Close-up photos blur the background very nicely, and on a sunny day, blue skies shine beautifully. With HDR activated, shadowy areas were lightened sufficiently without sacrificing detail. In low light, plenty of detail is revealed, and although it can't quite keep pace with the iPhone 7 Plus, you won't be disappointed. Shots of lit buildings in the dark saw the 3T create fantastic, inky blacks, but the OIS couldn't quite keep things steady enough to maintain detail. Around the front, the OnePlus 3T has a 16-megapixel selfie camera. The reason for this massive sensor is not just for selfie lovers, but for live streamers who demand a high-definition image. It's great, and even in low light, when the camera combines pixels to artificially boost the light, it does well. There's a simple beauty mode, and a feature where it's supposed to recognize smiles and activate the shutter that never worked for us. Swipe to the right to access a manual mode, where ISO, focus, shutter speed, and brightness can be adjusted. A tripod is necessary to get the best from the manual mode, and the OnePlus 3T takes great photos without messing around with the settings. The software is fast and easy to use, but when shooting video, it oddly shows a far larger image in the viewfinder, meaning objects you think fill the frame are actually far too close. Hopefully a software update will fix this weird problem.